Hi everyone, welcome back to The Chosen One by Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for your support. God said this word will shock you. Your teenager daughter is pregnant. She is expecting, and who the person is, it is somebody that she know. She's been talking to this person on and off. And it is a person that is older than her. I see that she is 14 years old. And she's talking to somebody like in their 30s. I see 34, 36. And I want you to know that your daughter is pregnant. Her behavior is changing because she is expecting a child. And I want you to know, as a mother, you have to know what your teenager daughters are doing. You have to be in their business. I'm not saying, be their best friend. We don't have time for be no best friend. We have time to be in our children's business. You need to know what's going on with your child. You need to know what your child is doing. But God said, this word will shock you. Your daughter is expecting. The reason why she's slamming doors, the reason why she don't want to talk to you, the reason why she don't have time to be around you is because she have a secret that she is hiding from you. And God says she is pregnant. She don't know how to tell you, because every time she speak up and she say something to you, you always have something negative to say. She said you always have something negative to say. And she say, I can't tell my mom because I don't know what she may do. Every time your daughter try to tell you something, you too aggressive, you too tough. Sometimes as a mother, you can't beat up your child. You have to understand them. I say be in their business, but you have to understand your child. I remember the time when I told my parents that I was pregnant. They didn't beat me up. They understood what I was coming from. As a mother, as a father, you have to understand what your children are talking about. You don't know what happened. Some of these kids out here are getting raped. Some of these kids, are taken advantage of. And I want you to know you have to have that relationship with your child. If you don't have that relationship with your child, somebody else going to fill up the space that you should have been at. You are a mother, you need to be a mother. If you're a father, you need to be a father. You need to know what your daughter doing. You need to know what your son doing. You need to know what your kids up to. You need to know what they watching on their phone. You need to know what they doing. You need to know who they talking to. Who is your friends? Who is this guy Mike? Who is this guy Tony? Who is this girl Brittany you talking to? I want to know. Where do she live? What is her social security number? You need to know your kids' information. Your kids are having a relationship with people that is older than them. You look around, your son got a woman that is twice his age. He's 17 years old talking to a woman that is 45. You need to be in your kids' business. But God said this word will shock you. Your daughter is pregnant. She is expecting. You will know who you are. God will show you confirmation. She don't trust you, your daughter said, because she said, every time I tell my mom something, she always come off aggressive. Every time I try to tell her something, she always tried to say, get out of here. I don't want to hear it. As a mother, you need to understand your daughter. You got to stop pushing her away and start loving her. When I was growing up, I always seen people, mothers, always trying to push them away. You got to love your kid. You got to show them affection. What is love? Hold your child. Love your child. Say, baby, it's going to be okay. We're going to get through this. You got to stop saying, I want head. Get out my face. I want head. You got to understand your child, because if you don't understand them now, they're not going to be able to tell you nothing. Understand your child. But God said your daughter is pregnant. God said your daughter is pregnant, and she is pregnant by a grown man. And it is a secret. It's a secret. She's not going to tell you, but you're going to know it. You're going to know it. You're going to notice it. You're going to notice it, because her belly is going to start growing. And you're going to start seeing it. You're going to start seeing it around summertime. You're going to start seeing it grow during summertime. And God's going to reveal it to you that she is expecting. She's expecting the baby from a grown man. And this man, I'm going to tell you something. Your daughter lied to this man. She told the man that she was 18 years old. And he believed her. As I see your daughter in the spirit, I see that she is developed very maturely. Like, she grown a little bit around her body. And the man thought that she was 18, because that's what she said out her mouth. And that's what I'm saying. As a mother, you got to watch how you talking to your kid, because your kid's trying to find love in you, but they can't find love in you. So they go having sex with a man, having sex with different people, because they trying to find love at home. Sometimes when a young woman trying to find love and her mother and her mom don't give her that, or her father don't give her that, she go outside in the world and she start exploring, having sex, doing things that she shouldn't be doing, smoking weed, you know, selling her body because her mother, her father wasn't there for her. All I'm saying is be there for your child, understand your child, and understand what they're going through. And stop yelling. You cannot yell over your child when she trying to tell you what she's going through. Always listen to your daughters, always listen to your sons, and know what they're going through. Yes, you need to know what they got on their phone. Pay attention to what your daughters is doing. Pay attention to what your sons is doing. I want to know what you're watching. And I'm going to be honest with you. When I used to be on my parents' phone line, you need to know what your child doing at all times. I was on my parents' plan all the way till I was like 23. And I got my own phone. I had to get my own service. You need to pay attention to what your daughters is doing. I gave my son a phone at 6 years old. Not getting the phone again. Actually, I gave him a phone when he was about 4, and he would play on my old phone when he was 6. Can't do that no more. I refuse to give my kids phones right now. They got to be at least 14, 15. Because I'm telling you, you need to know what your kids are doing. Your kids are lying to you, and you need to know what they're watching. The reason why I say you need to know what your kids are watching, because people are entertained by nasty websites. They are entertained by nasty stuff that people are doing. They watching people that's fighting. They watching people that's having sex. They watching people that's doing inappropriate things. You need to be in your kid business. Know what your child doing at all times. I don't care what they talk about. I said be in your children business. Know what they doing. Know what they up to. Know who they talking to. Know who they doing stuff with. I'm going to my friend house. Found out the girl name ain't Brittany, it's Brian. You need to know what your kids are doing. All I'm saying is be in your kids' business. Know what they up to. Your kids are lying to you, and it's going to come out. You will see it during the summertime. Kids going to be just doing crazy stuff. Smoking weed, doing whatever they want to do because it's hot, it's funky, and all of this stuff is feeling good outside. People wearing thongs, people doing all different types of stuff. Be in your children's business. Know what they up to. Know what they doing. Know what your kid is up to, and know that, yes, I'm your mother, and I have the right to be in your business. I'm your mother. I'm your mother. I can do that. If you don't like my rules, you can get out my house. You need to tell your kids, when they reach 14, 15 years old, they want to do what they want to do, you get out my house. Because let me tell you this, it's either they're going to make two choices. They're going to listen to what you're saying, or they're going to straighten it up. They're going to listen to what you're saying, they're going to straighten it up, or they're going to just leave. Sometimes you got to let your kids find their way. Find their way. They're going to come back home after they've been beat up. You got to let your kids find their way. Let them find their way. When they find their way, they're going to straighten up. Mom, I'm sorry. I apologize. Daddy, I'm sorry. That's what happened to me. I went through a lot at 18. I tried to move in somebody's house, and I came back home because I was like, I can't live with this person. Bedroom always open. I don't like my room open when I'm asleep. I don't like my door open. I like to keep my door shut. I like my own privacy. But all I'm saying is be in your kids' business. Know what they doing. Stop yelling, stop screaming. Try to love your kids. Love them, and know what they up to. Because if you don't know what your kids up to, that's when kids can start trying to kill themselves, trying to do things to themselves, and you be like, and the doctor asks you, do you have a relationship with your child? You say, no, I don't have a relationship with my child. My child barely talk to me. And then you wonder why your kids are pushing away from you, because they say you're not a mother to them. They say every time they talk to you, you always trying to yell and scream. Be a mother. Try to be a mother of unconditional. You know, you got to try to be a mother of unconditional love, which means you got to be a mother that understands your child. You know, when I was growing up, people will always push. As I was growing up, people will always push and say, get out my face, stop talking to me. You need a mother that is going to love you. You need a mother that understands you unconditionally, because I'm telling you, if you don't love your kids unconditional, they going to leave you alone. They ain't going to want to be around you. I seen this growing up. I remember my friend, you know, she was 14 years old, And she told me, she said, Ashley, you know, I was going through a lot, and I don't like to talk to my mother. I don't like to talk to my parents about my business, so I do whatever I want to do. And I told her, you know, you got to make the right choices. I said, is this what you want to live your life as? She said, yeah. I said, well, look, I said, you know, you can do better than this. She said, yeah, but this is the way I want to go. I said, whatever you do, always make the right choices. That's all I can leave with people. Make the right choices, because guess what? Only person that's going to judge you is God. I don't care what nobody else tell you. God is going to judge you. Your pastor can yell all day. Your pastor can try to say you need to come to the pulpit for prayer. Only person that's going to judge you is God. Get your life in order before it's too late. I love you all. Be encouraged. Don't give up, but pray about all things. Keep your head up. Be strong and keep moving. Know that God loves you regardless of what you're doing. But always make the right choices, because God sees you for who you are. I love you all. Be encouraged. Don't give up, but pray about all things. Be encouraged. Stay blessed.